you're silently damaging your heart and memory just by eating your favorite sandwich. Why does your blood pressure stay high even when you've cut back on sweets, taken your pills, and walked every morning? Many seniors still believe that a few slices of ham is just a tasty lunch, but science now says it's a silent threat. Each ounce of ham, over 200 milligrams of sodium. That's like pouring salt straight into your arteries. It's not just about salt. It's the preservatives, nitrites, and saturated fats that quietly stiffen your blood vessels, slow your blood flow, and cloud your memory. Why do your feet swell after lunch? Why do you forget what you just walked into the kitchen for? After 65, every slice of deli meat either feeds your brain or silently steals it. So let's start with the most dangerous meat in your sandwich drawer. Mistake 1. Choosing low-fat ham without checking the sodium label. You think you're making the healthy choice. You pick up that packet that says lean or low-fat and slip it into your shopping cart feeling proud. You're watching your weight, your heart, right? But here's the silent trap. Most low-fat hams are overloaded with sodium far more than regular ones. Why? Because when fat is taken out, flavor has to come from somewhere, and that somewhere is salt. Let me tell you about George. George is 74. He cut back on bacon, gave up chips, even switched to whole wheat. But one afternoon, after his usual ham sandwich, he felt dizzy while mowing the lawn. Not chest pain, not weakness, just a strange fog in his head. Turns out, his blood pressure was 168/92, and when the doctor reviewed his meals, that heart-healthy ham sandwich was the daily culprit. One slice of low-fat deli ham can carry more than 500 milligrams of sodium. That's a third of your daily limit for just one thin slice. The real danger? There's no taste warning. You won't know it's too salty, but your heart, your kidneys, your brain, they know. Silent damage builds, until one day you stand up and everything spins, or worse. So what should you do instead? If you love ham, choose a low-sodium variety. Always check the label. Aim for less than 140 milligrams of sodium per slice, or better yet, swap it once or twice a week for something gentler. Sliced turkey breast, mashed beans with herbs, or grilled vegetables. Your heart's already doing enough work. Don't make it fight your lunch, too. Mistake 2. Eating ham sandwiches without any vegetables or fiber. You open your fridge, grab 2 slices of bread, lay on the ham, maybe a little mayo, and that's lunch. No fuss, no mess, no greens. But here's the catch. When you eat ham without fiber-rich vegetables, you're skipping your body's natural defense system. You see, ham is high in sodium, preservatives like nitrites, and inflammatory fats, but when paired with vegetables, especially leafy greens or crunchy raw veggies, the antioxidants and fiber in those plants help neutralize some of the damage. Without them, those harmful compounds stay active in your gut and bloodstream longer, doing quiet damage to your blood vessels. Let's talk about Edna. She's 71, sharp as ever, but recently her doctor noticed early signs of vascular inflammation. No big red flags. But Edna's been eating plain ham sandwiches, no lettuce, no tomato, just white bread, for over 10 years. Now, she struggles with foot swelling, brain fog in the afternoon, and rising cholesterol, not from junk food, from simple sandwiches. Here's the hidden truth. Ham alone is the problem. But ham with no fiber? That's a fast lane to inflammation, high blood pressure, and memory issues. So what can you do? It's simple. Always add color to your plate. A handful of spinach, a slice of avocado, a few cherry tomatoes or shredded carrots. Just one vegetable can buffer the salt load and reduce oxidative stress. Your sandwich doesn't have to be perfect, just smarter. Because at our age, it's not just what you eat, it's what you leave out that hurts you most. Mistake 3. Eating ham in the evening. It's dinner time. You're tired. Maybe you don't want to cook. So you fix something quick, a ham sandwich, maybe a cup of soup. It feels light, harmless. But later that night, you're staring at the ceiling. Your heart's thumping a little harder. You toss, you turn. You finally drift off, only to wake up again at 3 a.m., restless, mind racing. Sound familiar? Here's the connection most people miss. Eating ham at night can interfere with your heart rhythm, brain chemistry, and sleep cycle. Because processed ham is packed with sodium and preservatives that stimulate your nervous system. It raises your blood pressure. It triggers fluid retention. And that restlessness you feel? That's your cardiovascular system working overtime, while it should be slowing down. Harold, a 76-year-old retired teacher, thought it was just age. But his cardiologist noticed a nightly spike in his blood pressure readings every night after his light ham and cracker dinner. He switched to a lighter, plant-based evening meal, and within a week, he was sleeping through the night for the first time in months. This isn't about fear, it's about understanding the rhythm of your body after 65. At night, your blood vessels need calm, your brain needs deep rest. But ham, especially salty, cured ham, keeps your system alert, disrupting the very rest that protects your memory and heart. So here's what to do. Avoid ham, cured meats, or high-sodium foods after 5 p.m. Instead, try soft-boiled eggs, steamed vegetables, mashed beans, or Greek yogurt with fruit. Your sleep isn't just about comfort, it's your brain's repair time, and your heart's chance to rest. Don't feed it the wrong fuel before bed. Mistake 4. Eating leftover ham without checking its age. It's easy to forget how long that ham's been sitting in the fridge. You see it, you sniff it, smells fine, looks okay, so you throw it on a piece of bread and call it lunch. But here's what no one tells you. After just 3 to 5 days, even refrigerated ham can grow dangerous bacteria. Ones that don't always smell bad but can quietly harm your heart, brain, and gut. For someone in their 30s, maybe it just means a little nausea, but over 65, it's a different story. Let me tell you about Jean. She's 80, still independent, still sharp. But one afternoon, after eating a sandwich made with leftover ham from the Sunday cookout, she suddenly felt dizzy. Cold sweats, and by dinner time, vomiting and confusion. At the hospital, it wasn't a stroke. It was listeria, a bacteria that older adults are especially vulnerable to. It had made its way into the leftover ham. Jean recovered, but she now checks every food date like it's a prescription. Here's the truth. Cold doesn't kill bacteria, it just slows it down. And with ham already cured and processed, once it's opened, that clock starts ticking. Especially dangerous? Those plastic containers we forget in the back. Sliced ham stored too long, with moisture buildup, can become a silent health hazard. So what can you do? Keep it simple. Only keep sliced ham for 3 to 5 days after opening. Label the date you opened it. Never eat if it's slimy, sticky, or just feels off. Because the older we get, the less room we have for food mistakes, and the more power we give ourselves when we pause and check the date. Mistake 5. Thinking only one slice a day can't hurt. It's just one slice. That's what you tell yourself every day. Maybe it's part of your breakfast, or a light lunch. Maybe it's part of a little snack before dinner. Just a little bit. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Even one slice of ham a day, when repeated daily, can slowly stiffen your arteries, raise your stroke risk, and chip away at your brain's sharpness. This isn't about fat or calories. It's about accumulated sodium, nitrates, and hidden inflammation. You don't feel it at first, but over months, even years, you notice. You stand up and feel lightheaded. Your rings feel tighter from subtle water retention. Your blood pressure just won't go down, no matter the pills. And your mind? Not quite as quick as it used to be. That's the effect of just one slice. Let's talk about Mr. Davis. He's 68. No fast food, no soda, just a daily sandwich with ham because it's easy, familiar. But over 12 months, his memory got foggier. His doctor called it microvascular stress caused by long-term sodium and nitrite exposure. We tend to worry about big things, big meals, big risks. But in reality, it's the tiny habits, done every day, that change the course of your health. So what now? You don't have to quit ham forever. But pause the daily routine. Replace just 2 days a week with a veggie spread, grilled chicken or bean salad. Give your blood vessels room to recover. Because it's not the slice, it's the rhythm. And your body deserves better music. Mistake 6. Pairing ham with cheese and mayo on white bread. It's a sandwich most people know by heart. Ham, a slice of cheese, maybe a spoon of mayo, all tucked into 2 soft pieces of white bread. It tastes good, it feels familiar, but for your heart and blood vessels, it's a ticking time bomb. Why? Because this combo stacks risk on top of risk. Ham already carries a high sodium load. Add cheese, and you're getting extra saturated fat and even more salt. Then comes the mayo loaded with inflammatory omega-6 oils. And white bread? It's digested like sugar, causing insulin spikes and encouraging belly fat. Altogether, this isn't a light meal. It's an inflammatory overload that stiffens your arteries, raises your blood pressure, and silently fuels plaque buildup in your heart and brain. And the worst part? You don't feel it. Not after the first sandwich. Maybe not even after the first month. But over time, this classic combo becomes a daily attack your body can't keep up with. Here's what you can do. Switch white bread for whole grain. It adds fiber and slows sugar absorption. Use avocado or hummus instead of mayo for healthy fats. And if you really want cheese, choose a thin slice of low-sodium Swiss, just enough for flavor, not overload. No need to abandon sandwiches, just rebuild them with intention. Because at this age, comfort food should bring comfort to your heart, not pressure. Mistake 7. Believing natural or organic ham is automatically healthy. You're standing in the grocery aisle. You see a pack that says natural ham or organic. It even says no added nitrates. And you think, this must be the healthier choice. It feels safer, cleaner, more trustworthy. But here's the truth most don't realize. Even if it's labeled organic, that ham can still have just as much sodium and saturated fat as the regular kind. In some cases, it might even have more. And no nitrates added? That doesn't mean no nitrates at all. It often means they used celery powder or natural sources that do the same thing, creating the same chemical reactions in your body. Your blood vessels don't read the label. Your brain doesn't care if the salt is from sea minerals or refined. The effect is still the same: inflammation, pressure, and long-term vascular stress. That's why seniors who rely on these labels without checking the bag often find their blood pressure creeping up, even though they think they're eating smart. So how do you protect yourself? Ignore the pretty words on the front of the package. Go straight to the nutrition label. Look for sodium under 140 milligram per slice. Watch the saturated fat. And if it's not listed, it's probably high. Better yet, limit ham to once or twice a week. Choose fish, tofu, beans, or lean chicken the rest of the time. Natural isn't always neutral. Organic doesn't mean safe if it's still loaded with salt. And at our age, it's not the name that matters, it's what your heart has to process afterward. Mistake 8. Using ham as a light protein after exercise. After a walk around the block, a bit of yard work, or a short workout, you feel proud, and rightfully so. Your body's been moving, your heart's pumping, and now it's time to fuel back up. So you reach for something quick, a ham sandwich, maybe even just a few slices with crackers. But here's the trap. Ham might feel like a lean protein, but after exercise, it's one of the worst choices you can make. Why? Because your body is in a delicate state. You've sweated out electrolytes, your blood vessels are open, your heart rate is gradually slowing. This is when your body craves clean, supportive nutrients to repair muscles and regulate pressure. What does ham give you instead? A blast of sodium, saturated fat, and preservatives. That sodium pulls water into your blood vessels, increasing pressure right when it should be coming down. And the additives in processed meat? They can trigger inflammation just when your muscles are trying to heal. Instead of helping your recovery, ham quietly delays it and adds more work for your kidneys, your heart, and even your brain. So what's a better post-exercise choice? Boiled eggs, Greek yogurt with berries, soft tofu with veggies, or a small smoothie with protein powder and fruit. These choices support your body's natural recovery without fighting your medication, raising your pressure, or spiking inflammation. Remember, not all protein is created equal. After 60, your body doesn't just need food, it needs cooperation. And ham? That's a loud interruption when your body's asking for calm. Mistake 9. Heating ham in a pan until it's crispy. You might think you're upgrading your sandwich by tossing that ham into the skillet. Let it sizzle a bit. Let the edges crisp up. More flavor, right? But here's what happens when that ham starts to brown and bubble. You're creating toxic compounds right in your frying pan. When ham is cooked at high heat, especially until browned or crispy, it forms heterocyclic amines, HCAs, and nitrosamines, two chemical compounds linked to higher cancer risks. You won't see them. You won't smell them. But they're there, formed silently, as the sugars and preservatives in ham react to the intense heat. These compounds damage cells in your digestive tract. They increase inflammation in blood vessels. And for seniors who already face slower detox and weaker immune defense, this kind of exposure adds up quickly. You might feel fine today, but these small daily hits accumulate over time, paving the way for long-term consequences that don't show up until it's too late. So, what's the solution? If you must heat ham, warm it gently. Use low heat. Avoid browning or frying. And never char it until it sizzles. Better yet, pair it with antioxidant-rich foods like steamed broccoli, spinach, or tomatoes to help your body process what's coming in. Because when it comes to ham, the danger isn't just in the slice, it's in the sizzle. And at our age, we don't need more flavor, we need less harm. You know, sometimes it's not aging that slowly breaks us down. It's the little things. Like that sandwich we've made the same way for 30 years? The slice of ham we never questioned. The meal that felt light, but quietly weighed heavy on the heart. You don't have to give it all up. You just need to know which habits help you and which ones hold you back. Maybe start with one change this week. Less mayo, more greens. Skip the ham at night. Choose calm over comfort food. Think about the last time you felt light, clear-headed, steady on your feet. You deserve to feel that way again, every single day. And I know you're watching this video in silence, but what if your action today could save one more life, maybe yours or someone you love? Comment below if any of these sandwich mistakes surprised you. Share this with your family, especially those over 60. And hit subscribe to join the HEALZO channel where every small tip brings big hope.